Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching. In this video, I am doing my third update on my project pan. I haven't really been wearing makeup since my last update, which was uploaded around early March, but it was filmed around February 13. It's been more than a month since I did my last checkup, but I haven't really been wearing a lot of makeup, especially liquid and cream products, because I had my surgery. At least with powders, I can get to play with them and I can easily remove them. But with liquids, I have to really go in with my facial cleansers, with my makeup removers, which can infect or travel to my incision. That's why I haven't really been wearing a lot of makeup. So I'm telling you guys that for my liquid and creams, I haven't really had a lot of progress. So let's begin with that. Now this e.l.f. primer is already finished. In my last update, I told you guys that the pump is no longer releasing product, so I have to scoop out the product with my fingers. I have to open the nozzle and scoop out the product. While doing my makeup yesterday, I used this one and it's totally empty, so that's one down. This primer is the Max Factor Face Finity Primer, and I haven't really been using this one because I was focusing on this one. But it's okay because I wasn't really expecting to have a lot of progress. And since I already emptied this one, I need a new pore filling primer, and I have another in my collection. And I'm going to replace my e.l.f. Mineral Primer with this L'Oreal True Match Blur Cream. And unfortunately, I don't know how much product I have left of this. I bought this last year and I think it's time to use this one up. However, since this is an opaque packaging, even putting this against direct sunlight, I can't really see my progress with this one. So I don't know how much product I have left. I don't know how much product I will be able to use, but I will replace my e.l.f. primer with this one. Now, as for foundations, I have two L'Oreal True Match. This was my update last February, and I am about this much already. With this one, this was the foundation that I was wearing the week before my surgery. That's why I also was able to make a little bit of a dent in this foundation, but as you can see, it's not really that much. So similar with my foundations and primer, I haven't really made a lot of progress with my concealer. Alright, then just moving on to the pencils. Again, this broke out when I was measuring it in my last update, so I don't know how much I have left, but I still have a lot. This lip liner, this is probably one of my biggest progress, because I was disappointed with how much little progress I've made on my last update. So I have been wearing this constantly since I have been well enough to wear makeup. And since this is only a lip pencil, I can easily wear this and remove it with a makeup wipe without the risk of this contaminating my surgical incision. That's why I have made a lot of progress with my lip pencil. Alright, now moving on to the powders. Let's first start with the blush. And there's no pan yet, and I have made a little bit of a dent here. I have been using this for draping just so that I can use a lot more of this. I don't know, these blushes are just so hard to pan. It's just taking so long, but hopefully by next month I'll be able to. So you guys already know that I already hit pan on my bronzer, but this is the only bronzer that I have used. That's why the pan has widened a little bit. But there's still a lot of product on the perimeter, so my plan for next month is not to focus on the center, but focus more on the perimeter so that I can put some dent on the product surrounding the pan. As for my Revlon Color Stay Powder Foundation, you guys know that I already hit pan on this, and this breaks me out, so I haven't really been wearing this constantly. So since I couldn't wear a liquid foundation, I have been wearing powder foundation, and I have been alternating my Revlon Color Stay with my Rimmel with my L'Oreal True Match powder foundation because this breaks me out, so I try not to use this constantly. Anyway, I have been wearing powder foundations more than liquid foundations, and I have increased the pan size in my Revlon Color Stay powder, but similar to my Rimmel Natural Bronzer, I still have a lot of product left in the perimeter of the pan. So next month I will focus on the outside of the pan first so that I can have some bigger dips in my powders. Now let's move on to the eyes, which I feel is where I made the most progress this month because I feel like with eye makeup, I can easily remove it with a micellar water and cotton pad without the risk of any makeup getting into my incision. Let's first start with my e.l.f. eyebrow kit. I have made a lot of progress with this kit because when I am practicing on my eye makeup, I also do my brows just so that it can frame my eyeshadow. So I used this earlier, that's why it's you can't really see the pan, but I've hit complete pan on the sides and I've made a bigger pan here on the center. So this is the e.l.f. eyelid primer. I thought this was empty, but I removed the stopper and I still have a lot. I'm not even sure if I will be able to use this one by next month because there's just too many products left here on this tube. Now, last but not least are eyeshadows. So if you guys remember, I forgot to use this one on my last update. That's why I decided to put a sticker on my project pan so that I won't forget to use them. So yes guys, I've already hit pan on the brown shade because that's what I have been wearing. Because when I wanted to have a neutral brown shade, this is my go-to brown shimmer shade. And I only literally hit pan on this earlier when I was putting on my eyeshadow for this video. Oh, and by the way, I have mentioned before that I want to hit pan on this as well, but I don't know, I just don't really like this shimmer shade, so I'm just going to use this eyeshadow instead. Alright, now for my Carly Bible palette. I've hit a lot of fun on this eyeshadow. So as you can see, there's like tiny silver pans reflecting at you because I've hit pan on a lot of the shades. So the first thing that I've hit pan on was this highlighter, and weirdly enough, I usually dip my brushes on the center, but weirdly enough, I hit pan on this edge. I use this for my body highlighter, but I haven't really been wearing this because I only stay here at our house, so no progress made. My first ever eyeshadow pan was this matte brown shade, and oh my gosh, I can't just describe the feeling of finally hitting pan on an eyeshadow. I never thought I will ever hit pan on an eyeshadow, but this one, finally. And then the next morning, I finally hit pan on these two shades as well. So this is my first pan because this is super powdery and I have been using this to deepen up my crease, to practice smoky eyes, and also I discovered that this is also a good match for my brows. So when I'm not using the e.l.f. eyebrow kit, I have been using this powder to fill in my brows. And then I always use this as transition shade and as a crease shade. So I hit pan on these two simultaneously. And then the next shade that I hit pan on was this shimmer, pinky champagne shimmer shade. I have been lusting over the Becca Parisian Lights eyeshadow, but I am on a low buy and I just can't find myself to buy one here in Sephora Philippines because it's just so expensive. If I convert it, it's the price of a Dior highlighter. So in the meantime, I have been looking at my collection and see if I can find a similar shade as the Becca Parisian Lights highlighter. And when I check the description of the Parisian Lights, it's described as a pink highlighter with a gold shift. And I remember, I think I have similar shadow with my Carly Bible palette. So I kept on playing around. I thought that this is the closest dupe to the Parisian Lights, but it's this one. But this is a bit more pinky than the Parisian Lights. That's why I have been mixing this shimmer shade with this gold shimmer shade, because this just gives enough golden shimmer to this to this pink eyeshadow. So I have been mixing these two together to get a similar effect as the Parisian Lights. So obviously the Parisian Lights is more shimmery, it's more glowing than this BH Cosmetics palette, but the color is the same. It's actually the highlighter that I am wearing today. And then lastly, I finally hit pan on this beige shade. This is so weird because I thought that I'm going to hit pan first on this one because I use this to set my eyeshadow every day ever since I started panning in January, but I only hit pan on it earlier. Similar with my Estee Lauder Quad, I only hit pan on this while I was setting my e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. Okay, that is it guys for this short Project Pan update number 3. So if you guys found this video fun and helpful, if you guys are also panners, then please give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!